I blocked you the first time. I unblocked you to hear what you had to say, and then the whole time, like, you weren't on shit. Like, what you on? You was not on nothing. Like, mm-mm. What's up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So, this story time, it's 2025. Like, I have not been like dating, like talking about, but let me just start with a drink. Let me just start with a drink. This is 2025. Same thing still applies. I don't have time for no drama. I'm not confrontational. You're gonna be fighting on your own, talking to yourself. Like, I don't have the the energy, the desire to let me open this. I'm struggling. I don't have the energy or the desire to like feed into like negativity or whatever you wanna call it. We're gonna pour the last bit of this. And this is mango. This is like my favorite one. I feel like there's another one I need to try, but yeah. Cheers to 2025. But yeah. So in this particular story time, I met this guy. We're gonna call him AJ. We're gonna call him AJ. I'm about to ride my hair, y'all. I was like, let me tell y'all the story time while I'm doing this. But yeah, let's see. Let me give you a backstory. So boom, I met AJ. Y'all gonna get me because I was on another dating site. I'm not gonna say which dating site, but I was on a dating site and I met AJ. We matched. We exchanged numbers. I felt like he was a handsome guy. He is a handsome looking guy. So we were talking, getting to know each other or whatever. And AJ seems like he was giving off controlling in the beginning. Like when I first met him, he was giving off controlling. And I was just like, I don't know if this is going to work out. Y'all see my dog in the back? I don't know if it's going to work out or whatever, but I told him in the beginning, like what I always tell every guy, like what I'm looking for, I let them know that I am single as fuck. I let them know that I'm single. I'm looking to try to get to know somebody. I'm not looking for like a texting type buddy. I don't need a texting buddy. I'm not trying to have no friend with benefits or a situationship. So I let that be known up front. So anybody that has ever tried to talk to me, I let them know what I want up front. So it's very clear. And I let them know that I'm big on communication, all that type of stuff. Basically everything, I just let everybody know everything in the beginning, like, so they know what's going on. It won't be no confusion or anything. So the first time, and this is the first time, I stopped talking to him, talking to AJ, was because he wasn't communicating. And like I said before, it's not hard to communicate. All you have to do is send a text, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm gonna be busy today, such and such, whatever. And then I'll be like, okay, I understand, I'll talk to you soon or something like that. But no, that's how we stopped talking the first time. Now, I had blocked him after that. Okay, some people may say blocking is childish. To me, I feel like blocking is like protecting my peace. So I had blocked him for like, probably like a month or so. And then I unblocked him because I wanted to hear him out, because he claims that was crazy of me to block him, or I was crazy to block him, or whatever you want to call it. And I'm just like, I'm crazy because I want to block you. All right, cool. So we got over that little hurdle. Boom. Fast forward to a couple of weeks ago. He's apologizing, saying that, we can, work on getting to know each other, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, I'm cool with it. I'm down with it. Now, this man, he has his own stuff, which is good because I have my own as well. Oh yeah, let me tell you what he said the last time that we cut. You know, we stopped talking. The first time we stopped talking, like it kind of offended me, and I guess I understood what he was saying. But he was like, "I got my own everything," and I'm just like, "So do I." You're saying that like I don't have my own everything. Like I don't even know what's your point of even saying that. Like I guess he's saying like he don't care what I got going on. No woman is gonna stop what he got going on, and that's how I feel about men. Like okay, cool. I feel the same way. So I was like, that was weird. And that kind of turned me off a little bit because I'm just like, I got my own everything. So do I. Like, what was the point of you saying that? I'm not sure what kind of feathers you were trying to ruffle, but he made me feel some type of way about that because that wasn't even needed to be said. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So, um, a couple of weeks ago, so we were getting to know each other. Like I was coming to him to go see him, and now that's where I messed up at too. Like when I first met him, like actually seeing him in person, I went to his spot because he has his own club or whatever. And I went to his spot. I didn't want to meet in a club. I wanted to actually meet in a place where like we can actually talk, like maybe for coffee or something like that. No, he was like, you should come to my spot or whatever. It's a new spot I opened up. So I was like, okay, you know, I was being supportive. I was like, okay, that's cool, whatever. It was like a club, but it wasn't busy when I had went there to go see him. And so I went or whatever. It was a vibe. We talked. He bought me a drink. I wasn't really trying to drink because I was right after New Year's or whatever. So I really wasn't trying to drink like that. So I was like, okay, I'll have a drink because he was like, I'll buy you a drink or whatever. So I was like, that's cool. So we was in there chopping it up and stuff like that. And he was looking around. He was like all eyes on you or whatever. Mind you, I was chilling that day. I wasn't dressed up, but I guess to him I was dressed up. And he was like, all eyes on you. That, you know, people paying you attention. I'm just like, okay, you know, they're men. They're gonna, you know, look and all the other stuff. But I ain't paying no mind. So I was just like, yeah. Then after that, he was like, oh, you wanna come back to my spot? I have some people coming over. We about to watch the game or whatever, whatever. And I was already out that way. So I was like, okay, that's fine, I guess. Now, mind you, it's not safe to just be going to these men's house, anybody's house, let alone women too, because people be setting people up. So, but I sent my location to my daughter. She has my location or whatever, along with a couple other people. But anyway, like I went there. We were chopping it up, watching TV. I did not know this man smoked so much. When I say he smoked every 5 minutes, like literally, he smokes every 5 minutes. I was just like, yo, that's crazy. Like, I'm not really fond of smokers. I don't have anything against smokers, but I'm not really fond of them. So for me, it was just like, okay, maybe he's going through something or whatever. And I'm like, you cool? You just smoked a few minutes ago because he had made me another drink or whatever. And after he made me a drink, because before he had got there, he was already smoking in the living room. And then, like, I guess he finished up that and he rolled up again. I was just like, okay. So I didn't think nothing of it. I'm like, he's just smoking or whatever. But I just noticed, like, over time, like, everything we're doing, we could be inside the car and about to order some food. He'll be rolling up and be smoking. Okay, that's cool. We get out of the restaurant, he rolling up smoking. I'm like, okay, this is getting a little excessive. Or we could be ordering food somewhere. He could be ordering food and then he's like ready to smoke. It's like I'm literally every 5 minutes this man is smoking. So that kind of was like, I'm not gonna say a red flag, but that was just like one of my things like I wasn't really big, like really into or attracted to him about, that he was a smoker. But he did have his own money and stuff like that. And that takes me to a time we was like chilling at his spot or whatever. And he was counting his money. I guess he was trying to see like if I was a gold digger. I don't know. But I did ask him. I was being funny. That particular time, I didn't have my nails done. Anybody knows me, I keep my nails done. Like nails, hair, feet. Like I keep all my shit done. And that particular night, I was just joking. I was like, you should get my nails done or whatever. And he was like, oh, well, I get your nails done. But you know what that's going to mean. And I guess he was insinuating we're going to be together or whatever. And I was just like, I get it, but we definitely not allowed to be together. We don't even know each other like that. So I was like, you know, I laughed it off or whatever like that. But I did ask him that particular day, like, he didn't meet me. He never met me halfway. Like, wanted to, like, you know how instead of coming to, especially somebody lives far, and you want them to meet you halfway, he didn't meet me halfway. It was always me coming to him. He never came to me. And that was my fault, too, because a person only do what you allow them to do. So I take accountability on that part. And I thought that he would want to, like, you know, or come around my way or whatever. No, he was always like, you know, you come this way, you know, I got this, that going on, blah, 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 whatever. And I'm just like, okay. And that particular time I asked him, I was like, okay, I'm coming your way. So can you put some gas in my tank? And he was like, how much you need? So I told him how much I need. I met him at the gas station. He filled up my tank. That was cool. Now keep in mind, this is the only thing that I asked for him was gas in my tank. I needed gas. And also I was making a joke about him getting my nails done, but I was just trying to see like if he was selfish or not. But anyway, so keep that in mind, because that's all gonna play out like when I tell y'all how everything go down. So I remember like being there with him and him asking me about the whole Steve Harvey thing. He was like, so are you doing the 3-month thing? And like it didn't click with me what he was talking about. Like, what you talking about? I'm not gonna do the 3-month thing. And in my head, I'm like, oh, he's talking about the Steve Harvey thing. Like, if you don't know the 3-month rule or what is it called? Is it the 3-month rule? I think it's called the 3-month rule. I don't know exactly what it's called, but I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna put it right here. The 3-month rule or whatever basically is you're not gonna basically be intimate or sexual with the guy until you actually like see what he's about within the first 3 months. And I told him, I was like, no, I don't have nothing to do with that or whatever. I was like, we're getting to know each other. Like, we're in the talking stage. Like, if that happens, it happens. But like, why are you asking me that? And that kind of like weirded me out. Like when he asked me that, like, why would you ask me that? So that night when I went home, you know, I'm very vocal and, you know, I basically tell you how I feel about something or if something's bothering me or whatever. So I sent him a message basically saying like, hey, you know, you're a nice guy. I really like you. But I don't know if I can get with that smoking stuff. And I did tell him that I don't know if I can get with the smoking stuff. And I was being honest. And he had already told me before that, you know, he was going to try to like switch up or like cut back on smoking so much. So, you know, I thought we were just like having conversation basically, you know, about that or whatever. Because I just was saying, I was basically sending him a text message about how I felt about everything so far. And then I also was like, you know, you made me feel a little uncomfortable when you brought up the whole 3-month thing or whatever. I was like, because we're in the talking stage and like that's not my main focus. I'm actually genuinely trying to get to know you. Boy, was I in for a rude awakening. So I'm thinking that he gonna respond back like, you know, yeah, I'm planning on working on it. Like, you know, it's not gonna happen overnight. You know, something like that as far as a response. This man messaged me back and like, well, he was like, I'm sorry that you feel uncomfortable. You know, you can go ahead and continue being comfortable with who you're with. And me, I'm a solution-oriented person. So it kind of threw me for a loop because I'm just like, what are you even talking about? Like, that wasn't the response I was expecting. Now, hear me out. I know y'all probably like, well, why did you say that to him or whatever? I'm just being real. If y'all see how much this person smoked, he smoked so much. It's just like, it made me want to say like, are you okay? Like, is you cool? Because like he was lighting them up like literally, I don't want to say seconds, but it felt like it was seconds. That's how close together he would smoke. Okay. So that's how close together he would smoke. And like I said, I don't have nothing wrong with people smoking and stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I'm just saying for me, if I'm gonna date you, you know, you need to cut that out a little bit, cause like, good gracious, it ain't that much smoking in the world. But so back to the text message. So that's what he said in the text message or whatever. Then I was just like, wow, I can't believe like you said that. My response was basically like, wow, I can't believe you said that because I actually like you. And then he was like, you didn't like me that much like you say you did or whatever. And I guess he's saying this from like what I'm saying in regards to him smoking or whatever. So, I mean, I get that perspective and his feelings are valid in regards to that because I'm definitely not trying to change anybody or anything like that. I wasn't trying to change him. I was just letting him know like how I felt about the whole smoking thing because like he would look at me like when he be smoking, I'd be like, you about to smoke again? He'd be like, yeah. So it was kind of me like, I'm just expressing like how I feel about stuff. And I feel like everybody should be able to express how they feel about certain things. I wasn't bashing him or anything like that. So basically this is what it turned into, a whole big argument, a whole big thing. And he was like, what guy would offer a woman money without asking her for sex? And I'm like, okay, I get that perspective, but I'm just like, we literally just started back talking. And the first time we were talking, we were only talking for barely 3 weeks. And this time we're talking, we're only talking for 3 days. Like, are you mad I didn't bust it wide open for you, like, in the first couple of days? Like, I'm not understanding. But basically, that was his response or whatever to what I said. And I was like, the only thing I asked you for was gas money. He was like, well, you asked me to get your nails done too. And I was like, well, I was just testing you to see if you were a selfish person. He got quiet on text message. He got quiet. I said, I was just texting you to see if you were actually like selfish or whatever. I didn't really need to I didn't need him to really do my nails or get my nails done for me. I was just asking him to see if he was going to do it. Basically, that's all I was doing. And so what it made me realize, I was like, damn, like, I'm actually trying to get to know you and your intentions are not pure. I was like, your intentions are not pure. Because if your intentions were pure, you wouldn't be worried about that already up front. Like, I get that's in the back of people's mind and stuff like that, but I'm just like, damn, you genuinely did not want to get to know me. Like, and then he was telling me about, like, women that he would deal with, like, they would get crazy and do certain stuff or whatever. Like, I was chilling over his spot, and a woman kept calling. I lie to you not. She called like 30 times. And I was like, what the heck happened to her? What did you do to her? And he was laughing. He never really told me what he did or anything like that. And he was basically saying he cut her off or whatever. She did something that he didn't like and he cut her off. And that's understandable. You know what I'm saying? But she was calling like 30, 40 times. Like, she was blowing up his phone. He was like laughing about it. And but yeah, like, to me, I feel like he just was like, I guess, dealing with women and like telling them one thing and then get them attached and then like cut them off. That's what it was basically given to me. And but yeah, like, he was a smooth talker and everything. Like, the vibe was definitely there. Like, the vibe was there. And that's problem with men. As I'll say some men, let me not say men. Some men, like, he talked himself right out of whatever was going to happen. Because why you asked me about the 3-month rule? If I wanted to wait 3 months or whatever, then that would have, I mean, if I wanted to wait, then I wanted to wait. Like, there's no rush for me being physical with you because I don't even know you. Like, I don't know you from a can of paint. So from him saying that, that made me know that that's all you wanted the whole time. That's all you wanted. That's all you wanted the whole time. Because why do you need to know if I'm waiting that long or however long I'm waiting? That's up to me. If I even want to do that with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's up to me. I may not even want to do that with you or look at you like that way. In that way. Even though he was an attractive person. But he was really, I won't say that he was a nonchalant person. He was just, I feel like he was, the reason why he acted the way he did, because after I blocked him and told him take care, the second time I told him, I blocked him, I said take care. Because I told him in the beginning, I'm not confrontational. I'm not about to go back and forth with you. I'm not doing any of that. I'm just going to move around. Like, that's exactly what I'm going to move around. I'm not arguing with you at all. Like, I don't feel like he was a bad person at all. I feel like he's a good person, genuine person. He had his own house. You know, he had his own money. You know what I'm saying? He had stuff going for himself, which is great. I understand. I have stuff going for myself too. So for him to be like, you know, I didn't like him. And that's what he was saying, like, in a text message. I didn't like him at all. Sir, you think I'll be sitting over at your spot, being close to you? Like, I done hugged this man. I done, like, kissed this man. What are you talking about? Like, I was really starting to really, really like you. And the kiss was like a little peck, y'all. Not too much, not too much. But, yeah, I was really starting to like this guy. Like, I was just like, wow, you think that? And I feel like he flipped the script because you're mad because I figured you out. So after I blocked him, I'm thinking that's the end of it. You know, some people don't like to want the person to have the last word. He said, I see why y'all women are single. Y'all are problematic. Yo, it took everything in me not to spaz on this man. Now, the old me, I would have went and cussed his ass out. Like, when I say I would have called him and cussed him out, I would have called him and cussed him out. Because who are you talking about? Don't put me in a box because of what you went through. Like, he was really projecting hard. I was just like, what are you talking about? I was like, how am I considered problematic? I'm about to put the definition of problematic right here so you can see what the definition of problematic. I was not problematic. I was telling you how I feel about certain things. I'm very good with transparency and being clear about stuff. And he didn't like that. I said, what you want me to do? Lie to you? Like, he didn't like that at all. So it's just like, dang, damn if I do, damn if I don't. I didn't feel like I did anything wrong. Now, maybe I shouldn't have said anything about him smoking, but like I said before, I'm not really fond of smokers. Like, I don't care how much you smoke or anything like that, but he was doing excess. I've never seen nobody excessively smoke like this. I've talked to smokers, weed smokers, cigarette smokers. I talked to them, and I've never seen no one light up this much. I swear to God, I ain't never seen no one smoke this much in the short amount of time. It was crazy. But yeah, so he was going in on me. Basically, he was trolling me. Like, he was the laughing faces. He's talking about something. And I was like, and he was like, I can get it anywhere. Because I told him, like, I can get it anywhere. I don't have to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? He was like, I turn down women more than other men be turning down women. And I'm just like, okay, so why are you so pressed about me? If that's the case, if that's the situation, why are you so pressed? Make it make sense. Like, make it make sense. I don't understand. Like, I don't know. It was just weird. But like I said, I really did like him. I actually genuinely did like him. But he put a bad taste in my mouth. Like, no more hood guys for me. Like, I'm not joking. Like, he just yeah, I was just, yeah. I feel like my homegirl, she told me, she was like, Ashley, you too classy for that. Like, I don't know why you even, want to deal with this type of guy or whatever. Like, I don't even know why. I caught on to what he was trying to do. He's probably used to women because he was showing his money and counting his money in front of me. Mind you, he had money laying all around. He had, Mary Jane laying around. He had like stuff laying around and stuff like that. So I'm just like, if you got all this stuff laying around, you must, trust me or something like that. Or I don't know if he was testing me or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? Like, you got all this stuff laying around. I'm not touching your stuff. I'm not a gold digger. Like, I don't know what he was trying to do, like, or prove or whatever the situation was. But, I was there with him. We were drinking and just sitting down talking and stuff like that. I didn't think that that's all he wanted, because that's not what he gave off. But when he asked that one question about the 3-month thing, about the whole Steve Harvey thing or whatever, as far as dating, it disgusted me. It was like, dang, like, or some of y'all men don't know how to shut up. Like, what are you talking about? Why are you even asking me that? But after he asked that, I already know, because that was your intentions. Your goal was to sleep with me. And once I figured out that you were trying to sleep with me, you got mad and he flipped out. My thing is, be honest up front. And I feel like if people are honest up front, you will get more back if you're being honest. You could have just said that and I could have moved accordingly. If that's all you wanted to do, you could have just said that instead of you trying to lie your way in. Like, why lie? Just be honest. Like, if that's what you wanted to do, you could have said that and I would have been like, okay, cool. And if I wanted to do that, I would have did it. But obviously that's not what I was trying to do. I'm literally trying to get to know you. Like, I was really literally trying to get to know you, like, genuinely get to know you. Like, that's wild, bro. Like, that's crazy. That just blew me for a loop, because I'm just like, it's crazy. Like, and he was like, we was talking about traveling together, like, just doing stuff together. That's what made it seem like so genuine. But at the same time, you can't be so oblivious to, like, how a person is moving. You gotta listen to what they're saying and, all that stuff. So when he said that, that kind of picked it out for me. That right there helped me to shut down the whole situation, because it's like, dang, like, that's all you worried about? But I will say, this is definitely another lesson learned. This is early on in the beginning of the year, so it's like, I wanted to share this with y'all because, like, I'm very transparent in my story times. So if y'all like this video, make sure y'all like, comment, and if you're new here, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because I'll be dropping these story times now like hotcakes. So if you are new, you enjoyed it, you can say something down in the comments you want to. You can talk to me. I promise I won't bite. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.